Hello and welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast, the podcast where three men drink beers and gripe about horror movies.
I'm going to commit murder at midnight.
Just so everyone's aware, there will be spoilers and plenty of nasty language.
Doesn't matter.
Make like a slab of meat. This is the only.
Like what kind of slab of meat?
Whatever the fuck he
No,
makes.
like weird shit.
Hi! Welcome to Just Another Horror Podcast. I'm doing New Year's Evil because it's New Year's Eve. Wow. There's not a lot of selection when it comes to New Year's Eve movies. Not even in the horror genre. I can't think of any.
No, there's one movie called New Year's Eve with a bunch of celebrities.
Oh, that stupid one. It's like
They did
Valentine's Day.
Just like Valentine's Day.
They just run around. There's no plot.
Yep.
Hey, that sounds like this movie. There's no plot.
It's your typical standard slasher.
Sort of, except that the kills are
So good.
lame. So the bag over the head was pretty good, I thought. But this movie takes place in Los Angeles, we think.
It's on the West Coast.
It's on the West Coast.
Yeah, it is LA. I'm almost positive.
Starts out with a stupid, you liked it, I didn't, stupid song.
You see this woman, her radio name or her show name is Blaze. And she's getting makeup and calls her friend Yvonne, I don't know, I can't remember.
Yeah.
To get ready for the show. And that lady is like paranoid that she hears someone come in her room. So she goes out of her bathroom and then goes back in. And he's somehow in there? I think he snuck into the room, but she literally opened the bathroom door, shut the room door from the bathroom, because they're right there, walked back in the bathroom, and he was in there.
Yeah, I don't know how he got in there anywhere. I don't know, unless he came in through a window.
Yeah, he was very sneaky about how he got in there. Then she calls him, and she doesn't answer she called her, she doesn't answer the phone, and then it shoots back to Blaze getting makeup. And
She's killed off screen, which a lot of the people are killed off screen in this, except for one. So, what was I going to say? Something important. Something very, very important. Oh, yeah, this is crucial to the plot of the fucking movie. He's killing people at midnight. Why does he kill Yvonne at like 10:30?
it has nothing to do with his plot at all in the movie.
So he kills Yvonne, and it's not like this is a mystery as to who the killer is. We see him throughout the entire movie.
We just don't know.
We don't know who the fuck he is.
Who he is, but we know who he is.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes sense.
So this stupid punk rock, and I like punk rock, but if this is what punk rock was like, dumb bunch of freaks.
What was with these rockers going to the show?
That cop is like,
Tickets. Let's have your tickets. Tickets. Let's have your tickets.
Don't get excited.
and they're like, calm down. They pull out like one of those
little knife.
switchblade combs. Ugh. So they go in, and the show is like, well, Blaze is like this red-haired, ugly-looking old lady, but all the guys are going crazy over her in the audience.
Yeah, she's not hot at all.
No. But whatever, it's the 80s. I just don't understand.
You do get boobs
random ass boobs
to this punk rockers going to the concert show.
Yeah, just a van drives by,
Yeah,
and some
and you
woman's
can only
like,
see it for literally half a second.
it's
But
strange.
girls don't do that, do they?
Nothing in this movie makes any sense. These people don't act like this. Nobody acts like this.
It was the 80s.
Again, yeah, it must have been because it was the 80s, the early 80s. This was 81, I think. So the first thing that we get with the killer is that he's in a sanitarium, right? Or a mental hospital. Is it a sanitarium?
He's not even. I don't know that he's even in it, is he?
He breaks in.
Yeah, he just is. He's by it. Crawford
Sanitarium.
Where's that? Yeah, Crawford Sanitarium. He calls the hotline first, though.
Oh, that's right. They have a. I'm really confused by this. They're counting down the top 100 songs but they're taking requests.
I think they're taking calculations on what songs are going to be
But
number
there's like
one.
3 phones there.
Yeah.
And one of them is being used by the killer. So somebody
Is that
calls in
woman
and says
called
they
the-
want to hear We Don't Need No Education.
Yeah.
Which pissed me off because that's not the name of the fucking song, God damn it. It's another brick in the wall, bitch. Okay.
Licensing market credit, they have to pay him if they use the name.
I don't know. Roger Waters was a salty old fuck, so probably.
Before the show, though, Derek, the son of
Oh,
Blade,
fucking I forgot
shows
about
up
that freak.
with flowers, and he's trying to talk to his mother, and she's just kind of shooing him off.
This is another one of those Hollywood things that piss me off. If you've ever seen Hook, you know, Robin Williams plays Peter, who ends up being Peter Pan, and his fault in that movie is that he works too hard. That he works so hard he's going to miss his son's random-ass baseball game. Not his important-ass championship game, but his just random baseball game. And it's so bad that his kid carries the baseball glove around and with him everywhere. They go to, like, his daughter's play, and he's got his baseball glove. Like he's going to be playing baseball. Yeah, he'll be fine.
Would you ever get that mad if your dad missed one of your games?
No.
No.
He missed several of my
I
football
gotta work.
games. Yeah.
Okay, most adults do. I guess I'll see you next game.
Yeah, but this kid's like, how could you have to work? I don't know. I pay your fucking bills so you can play fucking baseball, so calm the fuck down. And that's what this is. This kid, and by the way, this kid looks 20-something.
Yeah.
He does not look like he's like some little kid who's like, my mom isn't paying attention to me. He's pissed that she's not listening to him. But still, he looks like he's in his 20s, and he's throwing this, like, pouty fit because his, like, 50-year-old mom isn't paying attention to him. And then he goes completely insane.
Oh my, get into that, but what the fuck is
I
that
started
one
yelling.
scene?
I was at work watching this last night, and the people around me were just laughing at my reactions because I just kept looking up like, oh, you fucking kidding me? Yeah, there was one scene where I just took the headphones off, and I was like, you got me, movie, you got me. And we'll get to that. So, yeah, he breaks into the killer breaks into the sanitarium, dresses up as a doctor, starts hitting on this woman who's like, you know what? I'll have sex with you. I
Yeah,
don't
she's
care.
like, it's New Year's, I've only known you 10 minutes, but what the fuck? We'll fuck anyways.
Yeah, so, you know.
Meanwhile, she's supposed to be watching patients, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, instead
On
she's
this-
getting drunk and getting fucked.
But, to be fair to her, everyone in this mental hospital was having the time of their lives.
They were. People were handing out hats to all the insane people.
They were celebrating, dancing around like, like crazy.
like crazy people. Yeah. So, I have a question. We find out later that this killer was from this sanitarium.
Mm-hmm.
How did nobody fucking recognize him?
No shit.
I mean,
How many years ago was he in it? They didn't
I don't know,
tap
but
on
I don't
him?
know. But that nurse seemed like she was working there for a while because she was, you know, she knew her way around and everything. But that's just one of the many holes I find.
Well, that's because she's probably sneaking with the doctors having sex with them. She doesn't know her patients very well.
And since this is the 80s, he tape records the murder with a tape recorder. Pretty sweet.
Yeah.
And then he goes to a phone booth. Remember those? And he calls up the show and he replays the murder on tape for at midnight. And he's got this crazy voice because of this voice modulator. He's like, I am evil.
I don't even know what it is. It doesn't sound like any voice
I've
box
never
I've
seen
ever
anything like
heard.
that
It's
before.
worse than Angela's voice box when she plays the cop in
God.
Sleepaway 4.
Right away, I remember seeing that movie and being like, hey, that's Angela. She was just like Guy for. So they call the cops, which I think they should have done in the first place. But the cops, instead of, you know, going out and trying to find some killer at phone booths or something like that, they all come to the station and hang out with Blaze. And they're not very good cops. They're pretty inept. There's a lot of Bar Brady's here. So the second kill is, well, first he puts on a mustache.
Yeah.
Which, again, why? Nobody knows who this guy is. Not where
He
he's
looks
going.
way cooler with a mustache, though.
He does. He looks a lot better. I started rooting for the guy when he put on the mustache.
When you go into a bar in the 80s, you need a mustache, I guess.
For a long segment of the movie, I was on his side. This is starting right about here. He picks up some blonde girl at a bar who's just a bimbo. You can tell she's like, oh, okay, oh.
What?
Then they started playing blonde Dumb Blondes? Is that the name of the song?
I think so. I have it.
Yeah.
Because it's absolutely hysterical.
That's when I yelled, "You got me, movie." They just start playing this song
Dumb
called
blondes.
Dumb Blondes.
Nothing in their head, but they're experts in bed.
Yeah. So he picks up 2.
Yeah, because
2
she
blondes.
takes her friend with her because she doesn't want to go home with someone by herself.
Right.
He's a party to go to, he says.
He's
At 10 o'clock,
No, he's got a
needs to
business
have-
thing to go to.
Yeah, he's got to be there at 10 o'clock.
Which I think is great. He's like, I do business. I'm a business tycoon. She's like,
Meanwhile, all this is going on. Where is he at now? So at 9 o'clock in New York City is when he's gonna... Because that's going to be midnight then, because they're on the West Coast, right?
Wait.
So
9
he-
o'clock in Los Angeles. Is
No,
midnight
9 o'clock.
in New York.
Yeah, so at 9 o'clock, he kills the first person in the wood.
Right.
So now it's getting close to 10, he's going to kill this blonde lady.
But he can't figure out how to do it.
How? Because he's trapped in the car and he looks at his watch and it's getting...
And he needs to get some transcendental meditation. This rambling bunch of shit from this blonde. She's like, you need to meditate.
Yeah,
And then
we
you get to
meditate every
zen.
morning.
I'm like, what? And you can see the look on his face. He's like, Jesus Christ. Get me out of here.
But where do we think they are?
Downtown LA, I guess.
Downtown LA
I
is where we're
guess.
just assuming.
Yeah, it doesn't say. It never says where they are. So
The son Derek had called down to his mother too and said he had something important to tell her. And
she's
she's
like, "Buzz off, goodbye."
Yeah, I can't right now. Go away. So he starts ripping these flowers that he got her and
God.
shredding like what is it? Latex stockings?
I I think so. And he's like, you think I'm crazy?
He starts downing meds. He's starting to get weird.
And, you're wondering to yourself, is he the killer? But you're really like, he can't be. He's too stupid.
He's way too stupid.
Plus, you've seen the killer now, and you're like, what does he have to do with anything?
The girls that are in the car have... The one girl tells the other... Or about the other girl's nervous diarrhea she has.
Oh, yeah. This
Terrible. You can't
is
come up with
some-
anything better to talk about than nervous
We're gonna
diarrhea.
fill space. Poop. Talk about poop. So, they pull over at a liquor store, because that's convenient. And they send her in to get some booze, or a bottle of champagne, the biggest bottle of champagne she can get, and keep the other girl in the car. And they have a dramatic room scene in the liquor store where they're like,
94, 95, and 5 makes 100. Thank you. And Happy New Year.
and he leans over the counter well, the guy, he's trying to figure out how to kill her, so he pulls out this giant bag. He's like, what does he say he has
He's
in there?
got...
Colombian something.
It's marijuana, I think. Colombian gold or...
Yeah, but dude, stick your head in the giant bag.
He's like, smell this. And she's like, whoa.
Puts her head in the giant bag and then gets it wrapped around her head, which is another moment where I just took the headphones off and went, oh, come on! So that's the only kill I can remember that comes on screen. The one where the girl gets her head suffocated with a bag. And then the other girl is walking around outside looking for her friend and finds her shoe and a piece of her dress in the garbage. Lifts the lid and he's inside.
He's waiting for her in the dumpster. What?
What if she would have just decided there's nobody here, I'm getting the hell out of here?
And where did
You're
you
gonna be in the
park
dumpster
car at?
all
It wasn't
night. I don't know.
The space wasn't that big that she wouldn't have noticed his car still there.
I have no idea. So then he records those and he calls in the show, and I don't care about Blaze at all, by the way. This is one character I don't give a fuck about.
No.
I just don't care.
No, she's rude to her son.
Yeah, and she's supposed to be, the cop told her next time he calls, humor him. And she's just like, you're one sick son of a bitch! Now he's getting ready for his third kill. He gets the mustache off, and he's dressing up like a priest or something.
He's got a priest outfit on now.
And he has plans to kill somebody else. He's looking at this picture of this, I don't know, preacher or something. But he comes across a random motorcycle gang who give him the finger, and then he hits one of them because he's changing the radio station.
And then the chase is on.
Yeah, then they go to one of the many places that I'd rather be on New Year's Eve.
A drive-in movie theater.
Drive-in movie theater with horror movies all night long. So he goes in there, and there's two random people in the back of a car getting ready to have sex, and the bikers show up, and there's just chaos.
He just ditches this car.
Yeah, he leaves his car there and steals the one with the girl in the back of it. He's driving away. He stabs one of the biker people, I guess.
Yeah, he does right in the stomach.
He's like, I'm a man of God, not of violence, and then he stabs him anyway and runs off. He's got this girl in the back of his car, and
She's like,
she's
can
a
do
whore.
whatever you want to do.
She's like, you can have sex with me. I won't raise a fuss or something like that. And he's just like, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I'll cooperate. I'll do anything you want.
Well, these two drunk people wander in front of the car, so he has to slam on the brakes, and she runs out. He's chasing after her, and I'm like, wait, what are you doing? That's not part of your plan.
No.
Leave her alone. Who the fuck is she? You don't care. You're supposed to be killing somebody in, like, mountain time. But he doesn't even do that. He fails at mountain time.
And this is where they go back, and Derek's wearing this ridiculous...
walking around all through the hotel.
He's got now the lace on his face, the stockings that he's got open. Is he wearing sunglasses, or there's something on his eyes too that he's like a cyborg?
I don't know if
looking.
If anybody saw him, I think hotel
so
security
hard
would
to
be called
describe.
immediately.
It's so hard to describe.
I thought he jammed something through his ear, too, or something. He just looked completely fucking nuts. And again, you're like, you're looking at this going, this has no context to anything. He's just crazy. How did he get a fucking part in a TV show acting like
I have
this?
no idea.
The guy's chasing that girl around because she got out, and the cops come and he runs off, so she lives, which, pointless. Pointless bunch
And now
of
he's
shit.
at the hotel where the thing is going down, right? This is where he stumbles onto.
Yeah,
now.
he gets to the hotel, and he gets inside by tricking a cop and hitting him with a brick.
Some random brick just sitting there.
Yeah, he's like, I got a plan. There's a brick. He hits him over the head with a fucking brick. He's like, hey, officer, there's a drunk over here. I'd be like...
Why would the officer even go? Who
I don't
cares?
know.
Is he supposed to be watching the entrance?
Again, they're all bar Brady's. They're
and
all
this
bar
cop
Brady's.
was fat. How his outfit fit this guy perfectly
Oh, yeah, he
after
put
he
it
stole
on.
it was amazing.
He just strolls in the lobby with his cop uniform on. If I were the other cop who was there with the guy...
Wouldn't you be like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, you're not my partner. What are you wearing his uniform for? No, he just lets him go in. So he goes in and he goes up to Blaze's room. Blaze is up there with a cop getting ready to change for the midnight part of the show. And her son's up there, and he's just like, even. He just goes out and...
Someone said I had a surprise for you, but now I don't even want it. It might have been the kid when he was
There was a kid. He's like, I don't even want to be part of it anymore. And she just ignores that. Then her husband's there, and she has no problem with that, even though he's supposed to be in Palm Springs.
Yeah.
No
then
problem
you
with
find
it.
out that the killer is her
Her
husband.
yeah. Killer's her
been missing
husband.
the whole time.
But again, you're like, oh well, who fucking cares?
So now we have to figure out why. Why is he doing all this?
Which, so...
I can't say I disagree with it, but my God. My God.
Jesus Christ. Well, the cop is all suspicious. He's the only cop who makes any sense.
Yeah,
he's like,
that guy.
I don't care if he's her husband. Yeah, what are you doing in here? So he calls the manager, and the manager's like, I wouldn't fucking let him in. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I always thought he was weird or crazy, he says.
Yeah, so the cop and Blaze are going down in this elevator, and her husband slams a screwdriver into a random circuit board, which causes the elevator to stop. I don't know.
And he has complete control over it.
Yeah, he puts it to the floor that he's on and kicks the cop in the face and drags him out and then starts rambling his incoherent reasoning for killing all these people to his wife.
I kind of like it.
You like it, okay.
I like it when he says
I think he's
says
nuts.
women in general are manipulative, deceitful, immortal, and selfish.
Yeah.
I can't disagree with what he's saying.
Look, I mean, maybe, but... So you're just gonna kill random fucking people?
No, you just deal with it. But
That's how you deal with it?
That's a better reason for killing than some reason.
I like the reason in sleepaway camp. I got a penis and I should be a boy, but I'm, dressed like a girl. That's a good reason to kill people, or...
I suppose.
Or I watched you behead my mom, or... Although that
That's an
can only go
reason.
so far.
That's an excellent reason.
Or I'm controlled by druids, by the stars and a bunch of stones. That's a great reason.
Oh, God. Oh, look what I'm wearing.
Yeah, you got your Halloween shirt on, a resurrection. the day that Michael Myers came home and ate rats.
And
I
got
got
kicked in the face by Buster.
Yeah, I got my It shirt on. Oh my. By the way, listen to our old podcast. You'll get the joke. If not, you'll be like, so what? I like that movie. Well, you better not, because it fucking sucks.
Nobody likes that movie, I
No.
hope.
His plan is to tie her up with chains to the bottom of the elevator, run her all the way to the top of the building, and then crush her with the elevator. But before he can, the cops start shooting at the control panel. And there's two drunk people in the elevator, and they're like, holy shit, there's a lot of crazy shit going on out there.
At this point, it was getting a little...
It just gets silly.
It got a little ridiculous here.
He's also got that mask he's carrying around with him. It's like a cartoon Richard Nixon, almost. I don't even know how to describe it.
Oh my god, it's bad. It's bad.
They chase him up to the roof.
My rating on this movie.
Yeah. They chase him as they're going up the stairs. The lieutenant's like, all right, guys, be careful. And they get up the stairs, and a guy gets shot in the arm. And somebody just randomly yells out, call an ambulance. And the lieutenant again goes, all right, get after him. Be careful. Again! So they chase him. There couldn't have been that many cops chasing him, because when they get to the roof, there's only two there.
There's two, yeah.
Yeah. And they get to the roof, and he's up there, and he starts talking Shakespeare for some reason.
To die, to sleep, no more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to.
And he
In
puts
his mask?
on. Like,
He takes his weapons out, and he jumps off the fucking roof, and it reminds me of Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. They're like, don't even fuck about it. Oh, why? Who gives a shit? Let him go.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Put me in jail for the rest of my life?
No, fuck it. Let him go. So he jumps off the building, hits the ground, and they're like, ooh.
I gotta tell you something.
Where the hell did Blaze go, by the way?
She was with the cop, right? No, she's still tied to the
She's
elevator.
tied to the fucking elevator.
Did she ever come down?
They put her in the back of an ambulance, but how the fuck did she get from the elevator to the ambulance? She should be
I have
dead.
no
The
idea.
elevator should have crashed and crushed her.